For over a century, a simmering animosity had stewed between the burgeoning power of the Greek city-states and the ancient might of the Persian Empire. The echoes of the Persian Wars, particularly the burning of Athens by Xerxes' forces, still resonated in the collective memory of the Greeks. This deep-seated resentment and a hunger for vengeance, coupled with Alexander's own unyielding ambition, set the stage for one of history's most epic confrontations. Alexander the Great's invasion of Persia. Alexander inherited a formidable military machine from his father, Philip. This inheritance, a powerful, well-trained army, combined with the lure of Persia's fabled wealth and the vulnerability of the empire, beckoned the young king eastward. Alexander, with his own vision of glory and his father's dreams of conquest, was poised to strike. In 334 BCE, Alexander, leading his army into Asia Minor, the western fringe of the Persian Empire. The first test of his mettle came at the Battle of the Granicus River. The Persians, perhaps underestimating the young Macedonian king, offered battle on the river's eastern bank, positioning their cavalry before their infantry. However, Alexander's audacity and tactical brilliance shone through. Leading a daring charge of his elite companion cavalry across the river, he surprised the Persians and broke their lines. The Greek mercenaries fighting for Persia, unable to withstand the Macedonian phalanx, were slaughtered or captured. This initial victory secured Alexander's foothold in Asia Minor. Alexander continued his march, liberating Greek cities along the coast and consolidating his control. But the true test lay ahead. The Persian king, Darius III, had assembled a massive army, including his elite immortals, near the coastal city of Issus. The Battle of Issus unfolded in November 333 BCE. Darius, aiming to cut Alexander's supply lines, had maneuvered his forces into a narrow coastal plain. This narrow terrain, however, ironically negated his numerical advantage. Alexander, ever the opportunist, launched a bold charge with his companion cavalry directly at Darius' position. The Persian king, reportedly stunned by Alexander's ferocity, panicked and fled the battlefield, leaving his family and vast treasures behind. The rout of the Persian army was complete. Following Issus, Alexander marched south, consolidating his hold on the Mediterranean coast. He laid siege to Tyre, a formidable island city, building a massive causeway to reach it. After a grueling 7-month siege, Tyre fell. He continued into Egypt, where he was welcomed as a liberator and crowned pharaoh, even founding the city of Alexandria. But the ultimate showdown awaited. Darius, having refused Alexander's arrogant demands for surrender and seeking a final confrontation on his own terms, prepared a vast army at Gaugamela, a wide open plain in Mesopotamia. The sheer numbers of the Persian host dwarfed Alexander's forces, estimated at a 5-to-1 disadvantage. Darius even had the battlefield leveled to optimize the use of his feared scythe chariots. The Battle of Gaugamela, fought on October 1st, 331 BCE, was a monumental struggle. Alexander, employing a masterful and deceptive strategy, lured the Persian cavalry to the flanks, creating a crucial gap in the center. He then launched his companion cavalry, spearheading a charge that plunged directly into the heart of the Persian line, aiming for Darius himself. Darius, witnessing the collapse of his forces, once again fled the field. Darius's murder by one of his own satraps, Bessus, marked the end of the Achaemenid Empire. Alexander, now the undisputed master of Persia, pursued Bessus and had him executed, showing reverence for the fallen king. He entered Babylon in triumph, was recognized as the new ruler, and took his seat on the royal throne of Persia at Susa. He then marched to Persepolis, the ceremonial capital, and in a symbolic act of revenge for the burning of Athens, ordered the palace of Xerxes to be burned. Alexander's reign ushered in the Hellenistic period, a fascinating era of cultural exchange and fusion. He embraced aspects of Persian culture, even marrying Roxana, the daughter of a Bactrian nobleman. He appointed Persians to administrative positions alongside Macedonians, demonstrating a pragmatism aimed at governing his vast new empire. However, his efforts to merge Greek and Persian civilizations were met with resistance from his own troops, who, despite benefiting from the conquests, harbored prejudice towards the conquered. Alexander's dream of a unified Greco-Persian culture was left unfulfilled, as his vast empire, held together by his name and ambition, fractured into successor kingdoms after his untimely death in 323 BCE at the age of 32. Yet, the seeds of Hellenistic culture had been sown, forever shaping the civilizations of the ancient world.